What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are checking out the cheapest foldable phone available in 2019 and probably in 2020. So you can fold this phone closed and then you can open it. This is a foldable phone and you can get this phone for under $140. That's right, under $140. So this is the ZTE Axon M. This is a phone that was released almost 2 years ago, and back then when it was released this phone used to be about $850, so pretty expensive. But now you can get this phone for under $140, and this phone will basically be better than any budget phone that you would buy under $300. So I never got to try this phone when it was released, mostly because it was expensive and it was kind of a weird phone. I was like, man, I'm not gonna spend $800 on a phone that's kind of weird. So thanks Scott for sending this phone over, because otherwise I would have probably never tried this phone. And this is a very unique phone. Not to mention that whenever you go somewhere, to a store or anywhere, and you open this phone up, people just stare at you. They probably think it's the Galaxy Fold or the other folding phone, the Huawei X or something. So a very unique looking phone. Not to mention that you can do some crazy multitasking on it. So you have two screens and you can basically use two apps at the same time. So for example, you can use the YouTube app on the right and Chrome on the left, or the other way around. Or you can use any app here and another app on the other screen. Something that you cannot really do with any other phone. It has a fingerprint scanner built in the power button, so whenever you're pressing the power button you're actually unlocking the phone as well. And the fingerprint scanner is fast too, and actually faster than a lot of those in-screen fingerprint scanners that we've been seeing lately. Aside from that, we get two speakers, so you have one speaker at the top here and one speaker at the bottom, and the speakers are extremely loud. And this is a quick sample so you can hear how the speakers sound. It even has a 3.5mm audio jack at the top here, so you can plug in some headphones, and at the bottom we have a USB-C port that supports fast charging, something that we don't get with a lot of phones these days anymore. At the top here we also have a camera, and this camera can record in 4K, but if you're recording in 4K you don't get image stabilization. You're gonna have to lower the resolution to 1080p to get image stabilization, electronic image stabilization. And this camera is used as the rear camera and the cameras for selfies. Now the camera takes decent pictures, but I wouldn't say the pictures are spectacular, but definitely better than most budget phones available these days. So, can you use this phone for gaming? Absolutely. So inside this phone we have the Snapdragon 821. Definitely not the latest processor, but the processor that used to be the latest one a couple of years back. And that's paired with 4 gigs of RAM, and the phone still gets decent enough benchmark results, so on the Antutu benchmark and the Geekbench 4. And you can still play games like PUBG. Now, whenever you're playing games, you can use both screens to play a game if you want. I mean, it's not advisable, but you can do that. But then you have that black line in the center, so the experience isn't that great playing games on both screens at the same time. It's the same for videos. I mean, you can watch YouTube videos on both screens, but then you have that line in the center, so the experience isn't that great. So the second screen was mostly intended for multitasking, because it's super helpful to have two apps open at the same time. Because if you're writing an email and you're copying something from a website, or if you're watching a YouTube videos, you're writing down some ideas or something like that, it's very useful to have two apps open at the same time. But as I said, you can use both screens to play games and watch videos. Now, the battery life on it isn't amazing, and that was kind of to be expected, because I believe there is like a 3200 mAh battery or even smaller, and then we have two screens, two 1080p screens. So if you're using both screens, you're gonna find yourself having to charge this twice throughout the day. If you're using just a screen, you can make it for an entire day, but if you're using both screens like this, well, you're gonna have to charge it a bit more often. So yes, for its current price, under $140, the ZTE Axon M is quite an unbelievable phone, a very unique phone, if I may say. So if you're looking for a cheap phone, definitely give this one a try. Now, you can even find this cheaper than $140 if you do your research. I've seen it for as low as like $90. I think it was used, but this particular one was brand new. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, don't forget to press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.